I'm Darkstar, and welcome back to Factorio. So, we are continuing with Bobs and Angels, and in the previous episode, we set ourselves some tasks. Firstly, achieve light mine, railway. Now, one of the things I was thinking about in between the episodes was I need better logistics. It's all well and good building a railway up there, but I need the belts and the miners to support it. So, I'm going to build some kind of belt factory. I think it's going to be down here. And that makes sense to me. So let's do a little bit of gardening. Ooh. Try not to garden myself. Oh. Now I'm going to use just these versions, the assembly machines one. I don't need them to be very fast. So I'm not going to use the faster versions of these yet. Also going to produce some of these. Ooh, fast inserts. It might be an idea to have. Build the assembly machines as well. For inserts, instead of handcrafting them all the time. The steel requirements weren't so high for red belt. I'd be building red belt right now. But anyway, so I'm going to place these here. Keep a gap between these three. What we're going to do is we're going to have the undergrounds there, belts in the middle, and then we have the splitters. What I'm thinking is that we have just grab some of these as well on here. Is something like that, where both sides can take from this middle belt, and it's going to have tin, and it's going to have gears on it. So it's only these that require gears anyway. So it's going to be that and that, that and that. This is going to need gears as well. I think these need gears, and these do too. They also require the tin as well. So I don't need iron for anything else. That's fine. Do need iron there. So what I'm going to do is further down here, I think, is maybe have 3. Is 3 excessive? I was playing regular Factorio. I'd be asking, is 3 excessive? Like, what am I talking about? Like, always build bigger. Ah, that's what I wanted to do. And then tin can come this way. Yeah. So if I do that now, I mean, I could just like this. I'm going to bring it from this way. And then we've got tin coming down. We also need some iron coming down. So we'll do this. Does need to come over here as well. But we're going to put an undergroundy just like that. And put another one here just for the wire, because these require copper wire. So you require iron as well. You guys are the gears. Okay. I'm going to deconstruct this over here. because clearly we don't need it anymore. Now, this needs stone and wood, and that needs wood. So how are we going to get wood over here? I think what we might do is move this slightly. Be like that. And we might do that instead. So stone and wood comes this way. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense, however, is that we have no stone. Not over here anyway. So we're going to have to belt it from where we originally moved it from. So I'm just going to do this. And now we've got wood coming down this way. We'll take the wood from over there. We will do this long-ended inserter over here, just like that. So it's taking the... there we go. And... in fact, that's what I want to do there. So now I can bring the wood in and bring that in. We'll grab some copper while we're here as well. We can do that. So we've got most of the starting materials. It's just stone now. So let's figure out how we're going to get stone over here. I imagine it's going to come from up top. Makes sense to me, at least. We do that. And bring it down this way. Need more undergrounds. There we go. So I think everything's connected now, which will mean I'll need to connect these up too, just like that. And the last thing would be that too. Still need more of these, I think. Yeah. Ooh. Need more wood. I think that's everything over here. So let's just connect this up. We'll have one stack of yellow undergrounds. We'll have 500 of those and one stack of those. These also require basic electronic circuits as well. We can do that. Yeah, just making all of it except the gears, the doors right now. But that's fine. Before I continue that, I think I'm going to do this as well. So I can start the inserter process as well. I don't know where I'm going to place them yet. I feel it's going to be around here. It's just my cat jumping down. Alright. So what I could do is I could have the regular inserters right there. I have access to almost all of the resources I need straight away. Now I do. So I could do that, that, and that. Put these inserters into a box, maybe, I don't know, 3 stacks? Seems plenty, right? And then I could have fast inserters just here. With another thing here for the steel gears. I think that makes sense to me. That's what I'm going to do. I'll bring it all the way this way. Say all the way. I don't have enough belts, it seems. Let's use some of the yellows. We can bring yellow here and have this both bronze and steel. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I want to produce a couple of these as well. These need to be faster. They just do. We are using these too quickly. Anyway, let's make more of the grey stuff. I want a good reason to use the yellows, you know? So this recipe has changed, it just needs to exit. I'm not going to place this back in the chest, actually. That's slow. Let's not set the recipe. Just stick you to 1 for now. And stick you to 1 for now as well. It's a good idea, but until I get faster inserters or a better way to exit the materials, it doesn't make sense just now. Anyway, so what we need here is a way to exit the steel. And a way to exit the bronze. Which should use some of the copper up. So I think what I'm going to do is something along the lines of where I do that. So I can have bronze and steel on the same belt for now. And that we can make the fast inserters. Again, I think just going to steal some of that. I think maybe have 2 stacks of fast inserters for now. We're not using them that much just yet. Advanced ore refining. Nice. Means we'd be able to craft these. Lovely. Now, next thing I'm thinking about is miners. So I think I want to get the next tier of mining drills. What do they require? Steel and electronic circuits. That's fine. And then what does the first tier require? And that's fine. So it's fine. We don't have a lot of iron. But I think after this I'm going to pause the research. So we're going to do something like that. Something like that. Do you require steel gears? You do. Okay. Let's place you there then. And we'll do that. Place you like that. That is fine. I just need to do that too. And that too. Maybe place one more assembler if I had the iron. Ironically, and the thing that I want to use is iron. And we'll place a gear just there. And what I'll do is I'll bring it from here. It's a little bit cheaty, but it'll work. Alright. Now, is there anything I can do about the iron? I want to change this to iron 2. I'm just going to manually keep an eye on it. We run out of silicon, fine, but we need this. What other options do we have, Brian? With manganese too. But in order to get manganese, we need to use this particular recipe here, where it's sapphirite, juvelite, and rubite. So we still need juvelite. We're missing it regardless. And as I said before, I'm going to pause research. There is nothing here which we are desperate for. Flotation cells is probably what we'll go for next, because then we can get these stereotype chunks, which are kind of useful. So essentially what we do is we purify them, so we get the crushed versions of all the different ores. We wash them. We get chunks. There's also a chance to get the geodes, and then we get some wastewater. But by washing them, we can sort them into different things. And one of the things we'll be sorting is this, pulmonium chunks. So we get silver and zinc. And silver and zinc will give us brass, and obviously silver. We'll also be able to get some aluminium from rubite and from critinium. And those two resources kind of like push us to the next bit. For the minute we're using obviously bronze and steel for like tier 2 almost, but tier 3 is aluminium. It's using tier 3 electronic components, which requires silver. Yeah, let's set the recipe here. There we go. This is going to run out. That is okay. It's not great. But yeah, give them the rest of the miners I'm using as well. We also have to be a little bit mindful as well, because these use 90 kilowatts. These use, I think it's double. Almost double. Like 100 miners is plenty for now. Especially with our current production capacity. So we're making inserters, we're making belts, and we're making miners now. Automatically, I'm not having to handcraft any of this. So, what is the next task? Well, we need to get to Jeep. So, it is going to require some handcrafting. And it's going to be handcrafting these. So I am going to grab some of the steel. I'm going to grab some of the iron. Now I just need to grab some copper. As if I don't have enough of it. I think I want a lot. Is it just iron which is slowing me down from this? Yeah. I was going to craft maybe 50. 50 seeming like a decent number. That's not increasing anymore. Grab a bit more steel. There we go. So I'm going to craft 50, as I said. So to crush juvelite, I don't need a special crusher or anything. I can just use the regular versions. So I don't need to use more steel than I have to. These would be better because these are faster. What I might do actually, if I craft these, just make one of these, and then just replace two of these perhaps, I think. Because these are just a little bit slow. But what we should notice soon, at least anyway, is that these will back up. And then it'll just go towards this production here. So what I'm thinking about is having a rail station here, having a line go here, and then a turning down here. Maybe even put it on the same like orientation, so we can have the crush stone going down here, perhaps. That might be an idea. Could also bring the critinium down like that as well. So I don't need critinium just yet. It's fast to make those. Right, so replace that. So we can see this is just going faster now. And then I can create another one of these. So yeah, it's just 50% faster. So by doing that, we've essentially got another one of these for free. Okay. I'm just having thought at the minute of how we're going to make the mineral catalyst as well, because we'll need to get rid of this sludge. We need a water source. Got water over here and water down here. We could continue to use these bores, but they're kind of slow. I'd like to use one of these purifiers. We need 3. Unless we pump it. Where are pumps? They'll be here, right? Yeah. Engine units. How do we make an engine unit? Just the regular recipe, it's fine. Could potentially pump it from up here and bring it down. I would say I'm thinking out loud, but I'm not really thinking out loud, am I? Just deciding what we're going to do. Okay. So we do have the slag here. Oh, I remember. I was making, like, pipes and stuff up here, weren't I? Let's take all of them. I'm going to make some pumps. I think it makes sense to bring water down here. Because these have a pumping speed of 1200 a second. So that means I could support 8 of these from just one pump. And we do need purified water. We also need a way of making sulfuric acid now as well. We've got petrochemical refining. And we can make sulfuric acid from sulfur. And turning the sulfur dioxide gas with purified water to give us acid. We are actually venting this gas, which I knew I'd need. We're not doing anything with the lead, so it's not a stable production. What is a better way of doing this? It's getting that crushed cold and purified water and washing it. We get wastewater, and then the wastewater can process to get sulfur. It's going to deconstruct a couple of these. Let's add these to the miner maker. Yeah, I knew it was waiting on the tier 1s. Ooh, 53 already. Nice. Not many belts, though. In fact, right, I'm going to produce one of these. Just going to place it here for now, and this is going to make us some engines. I don't need very many. Might like to take from there as well. And steal a few gears, I think. And now I just need some iron pipe, right? That should give me 5 engines, I believe. Yeah. So my thought is that we have this coal here, and we're going to have some kind of railway, like a drop-off point around here, yeah? So if we start purifying some of this coal, we could also have a coal drop-off point here as well for when this runs out, which it will do. That's my thought right now. So my to-do list has now gone on to Coke Mark II. We also want sulfuric acid. And I think these have jumped to the top of the queue. Because I need the acid first. I want better storage containers though for fluids. So we made these which can store 25k, 20 iron, 5 steel. We have these which can store 350 for a lot more, 50. Yeah, I'll stick to the small ones for now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal some of this crushed coal. The reason for this is that we can then make a coal silo, which is just like a regular silo, but it has a yeah, it just has a darker look to it. Yep, now I need a little bit of steel. I'm going to make 2 of these. So then I can have one for coke even, and one for carbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this process for now. So how am I washing coal? What do I need to use? Liquefier. That's fine, we can make some liquefiers. Can I do it in a liquefier 1? And indeed. I am going to stop production of all the other stuff. I need iron. I'm really struggling right now. Oh. 6 of them might be enough. Let's look at the recipe. So it needs 50 purified water every 4 seconds. It's okay. Do that. So if we have 8, you'll need 100 every second, which would require one of these. The saline water I can't really do much with, though I can process it. In fact, can I? Can I yet? Chlorine processing. So I can get the sodium hydroxide. Is it worth researching this now? Because I could store the gases, I suppose. No, we're not gonna. It's already getting more complicated than I wanted it to anyway. So, I'm gonna get one of these. Crafting speed 1, that is fine. And 1, 2, 3. Crafting speed 1 again. Again, which is perfectly fine. We are gonna grab the engines. And now we can make some of the pumps. So what we're going to do first, I think, is have the water plant here. I think I'm going to get a clarifier. Just going to get rid of the saline water. Because there's other ways to make saline water. So we can just get rid of it straight away. And then we've got the purified water just here. Now, I'm going to connect that up that way. And now I want this to connect to some, I would say drinking water, but let's be honest, none of us would drink it. Can I have a regular water pump, please? Lovely. Do that. We'll find out if this is too long. It's not. Which is amazing. So we're now producing purified water. Then I'm going to have liquefiers. Now what I think I'm going to do is something like that. So we're going to make a Mark II just like that. And I think I'm going to have something like that. Copy that. And we can have Coke come out this way. Yeah. Let's copy that again. So those are the 8. And then we'd want crushed coal to come on either side, just like that. I think what I do though is get rid of those. Yeah. And then get rid of those and those and those. Yeah, I was just trying to think of a way to place these power poles. Clearly, it's not working how I want it to. Do I need some steel right now? Yeah, let's grab some steel. That way, I can make a couple of those. Ooh, scramble that. Can reconnect it now. That's enough iron for now. I think that works how I want it to. So I'm wanting the sulfuric wastewater to go that way. Ooh, what I've just remembered as well is that sulfuric wastewater, we need to process it, right? In order to get the sulfur. But we get purified water back. So I think we need to do some valve shenanigans. So this is going to be a top-up valve. Yeah, be a top-up valve. We'll use a regular storage tank. So I'm going to do that. This is going to be a top-up, just like that. But whatever we get from sulfuric wastewater is just going to go back into here. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, happy with that. Let's place the rest of these down. We still want this to come out this way. Place one of these coal silos down. Just ultimately, it's going to be a lot of coke. Right. Now let's do... need more inserters. So we are doing 8. Crafting speed 1. So every 4 seconds we are using 16. Or 4 per second. So how much do I need to make crushed coal? And where would I find crushed coal here? Let's go to the recipes over here. Crushed coal. So... let me look at the recipe down here. It's annoying how some recipes are in your inventory, but not. So, here. You get 2 crushed coal a second. So I said I needed 4, right? So I just need 2. Is your crafting speed 1 as well? Oh, 1.5. So these 2 should be plenty. I feel I'm working that out right. Get the inserters before I forget again. So let's try and work that out again. So it needs 2 every 4 seconds. Yeah? And one of these is going to give you 2 every single second. Yeah, that ratio's right. Just doubting myself, apparently. So we'll do that. So we'll bring coal this away, I think. We'll do something like that. And we'll output it just like that. We'll then put you over there. And then that should be all the coke we need. As well as all the sulfuric wastewater, which is the precious stuff. Yeah. Let's deconstruct those. Let's deconstruct those. We'll have to figure out what we're doing with these guys later. Leave it like that for now. Why did I feel like I had more coke? I'm sure there are other kinds of people in the world who would say that. Not really me, I'll be honest. But anyway. The coke in there. Now let's go that way. And I'm going to use these 4 just for this crush coke. So it only needs 1 every second. And I feel we're making more than that. So we'll need to take this out this way. I'm going to produce another one of these. Do that. So we can store all that sulfuric wastewater. Now, one of the things I need to figure out in a minute is how much sulfuric wastewater are we actually producing? Maybe not a minute. That's fast enough. Yeah. So it takes 100. What do we get? Every 4 seconds, we make 2. Every 4 seconds, we make 50. 8 times. Which is 400. So I need 4 of these, yeah? No? So every 4 seconds I make 800. No, I make 400 every 4 seconds, so it's 100 every second. We'll make 2. We only need 1. But we have a bit of a backlog already. Alright. So we're going to produce another clarifier. This is going to be for the mineralized water. Now, mineralized water does have its uses, just not right now. There's not a lot I can do with it. We get this clarifier here. Place it there. And then I'm going to move this ever so slightly. Ooh. There we go. Now I need to export the sulfur. Whoops. Get rid of the mineralized water as well. So now we have sulfur, meaning we can make sulfuric acid. Because we can make sulfuric acid, we can make slag slurry. Which is another section to do. But we've done core mark 2. I'm going to add in slag processing. And I'm going to take it and move it to the one down. Now I was thinking about putting a railway station here, wasn't I? I think it's going to have to be higher up. Again, it's all temporary. Ooh, I need wood for it. Interesting. How many engines do I need? 20. That's fine. Just going to make some more engines. Right there. Let's actually use Bob's adjustable inserters. So we're going to take it from here and move it there. Give us that space back. And I'm going to make 2 of these. Just like that. And you're going to make gears and you're going to make pipes. And we'll put you in there. Will we want 1 stack of these? And we can make some trains. I think I only want the 1 train. For now at least. But I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Definitely going to need some more wood for this. I wasn't aware wood was required for this. Let's take a stack of these. Make you a little bit faster. How much better they are. I think I'm going to replace most of these with their yellow counterparts. Maybe I need to research that one. Yeah, let's do it. Anyway, let's grab all of these. And I'm going to grab these two. So I'm going to go up towards the Jeevelite mine. Yep, don't need anything else, thank you. For now. Still no biters, which is really nice. What do you know what I need? I need a car. What do I need for that? Steel. Okay. What would be my next research if I did decide that? Honestly, none of these right now. Except maybe glass. Not really got a good use for glass right now. Okay. Here we are at Jeevelite. Talked about it enough. Finally here. Let's place some miners down. Because I cannot be asked to do separation, do the filtering, so that's as far as I'm going to go. Do this like that. Okay, and then we'll have yellow going down like that. And down like that. Power these on. Or at least as much as I can. that would be everything powered. And we could potentially have some kind of silo over here. I know that originally was a coal silo, but if you place one which is branded and then pick it back up, it's absolutely fine. And we do that. Maybe instead we do that. We want 2 of these. And again, we'll power these up. Now, we actually need to give it power. So we're going to use one of these big electric balls. Probably should have put a radar there as well, you know. But I was thinking I need to go back to base anyway, so I need steel. So I need to make some train stations. Yep, so power jumped there. You can see we're only using 1/3 of them, but it's already a much more significant power drain. We do have to be careful with these miners. And not just because they're super expensive. How are we doing for sulfur? Plenty. Look at. Ooh. Another thing we'll have to do as well. I didn't really consider, but I should have, is the fact that we actually use coke to smelt our iron. So we do need the supply. I might leave it like, yeah, bring it further in. Like that maybe. Maybe we'll use one of these. Okay, how about that then? How's silicon doing? It's better. There we go. In the meantime, I'm just going to dump what coke I have directly into the furnaces. change it back to this one. Ooh, hello. Let's change you back to that one. And let's stop whatever shenanigans are going on down here. Because I need 2 of these, at the very least. I don't necessarily need any rail signals just yet. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's change that to you. So I've built the mine. So let's move on to acid next. As well, we're getting more iron and steel come through. So in order to make sulfuric acid, we do need a chemical plant for it, which is fine. We can make those. We can do everything in number 1s. So I think... Ooh, need some oxygen too. Nice. It's fine. We're already making oxygen. It's just down here. How fast are we making it? That's the question. You make 50 every 2 seconds, and how much do I want? 60 every 2 seconds. That's fine. We'll work at a slight deficit. So, to make sulfur dioxide gas, we need a liquefier. Lovely. I think we'll do something like that, maybe? And then we can have it come just like this. Now we're making sulfur dioxide gas. Lovely. We'll make a small storage tank for it. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to merge that sulfur dioxide gas with purified water. And that's fine. We've already been doing it. So, we need 1 chemical plant for this. We've already made, I believe. Did I? Did I? No. Let's make it now. I'll make a proper tank for this. I'm hoping I can do that. Yeah. And we'll get red water just like that. And we'll do just that. So we've got some sulfuric acid. Boom, another one done. Now, what's the point in doing all of that? Now, we need to do slag processing. Now, we are making a lot of slag. It's about 10,000 an hour, as was on the last episode. I think it's less now. because we have stopped processing bobmonium, we have stopped processing rubite, but we have done about 5,000 in this episode, and there isn't much space left. So, what do we do with it? Well, we can either crush it and turn it into crushed stone, then we can reform it into stone, but we already have a lot of stone. So what else can we do? We can turn it into something called slag slurry. We take 5 of the slag, 15 sulfuric acid. We have more than 15, which is nice. And we turn it into this slag slurry. Now, what do we do with slag slurry? Well, we process it. We run it through a coal filter and water. We get the filter back. We just need to add more coal to it later. So yeah, we get the filter back. We get mineral sludge and sulfuric wastewater. Hey, we like that. So we can process that back into acid again, which is amazing. And then what do we do with that mineral sludge? Well, we can put it in a crystallizer and potentially get some of these ores. Yeah, so we've got the potential to do that. But ultimately, it's not really useful to us at all, because the ores are on the ground. We're not playing seed block. We don't need to do that. But we can make this mineral catalyst. And this mineral catalyst can be used in all 4 of these recipes. So we can define how much iron ore we want to make, how much copper ore we want to make, how much lead ore we want to make, or how much tin ore we want to make. Later on, once we have better logistics and better throughput and everything like that, what we'll be looking towards is getting the next tiers of stuff, which would involve using crystals. Yeah, so we can get these geodes and crush them into crystal dust, and the crystal dust can go into crystal slurry. That crystal slurry can also go into mineral sludge, but later on what we can then do is turn it into crystal seedling. With that crystal seedling, what we can do is make gems later on if we want, or we can make crystal catalyst, and these crystal catalysts can be used in making the next tier of stuff. So this is obviously in blue science, we're a ways away from that now, but silicon, nickel, no use for it. Bauxite, very useful. Zinc, very useful. Silver, very useful. Fluorite, kind of useful. So yeah, this is one of the main things about doing slag processing, is that we can get those catalysts so we can define what ores we get. Because ultimately, I don't want slag. It's not useful. Except to make slag slurry. But later on, after I'm not making slag because I'm making the ores individually that I want, we can make slag slurry with crushed stone. And we'll be getting that anyway because we'll be crushing geodes, we'll be crushing the ores. So yeah. Now we need to make some kind of setup for this. I'm going to think I want maybe, I don't know. So we can make 2 crystal catalysts every half a second. This requires 1 every second. I want more. I think I want 8 of these. And because I want 8 of those to make these. We'll calm it down a bit. We'll do 6. I'll do 6 of these. We will need to process 75 no, so again 6 of these. So 150 every half second, or every second 300. Okay. Or we make 50 every 4 seconds. We're not going to support that many. So I think it's going to be like a 1-to-2 ratio, I think. The ratios are not working in my head right now, so I'm going to use Hell mod. So, well, it's one of the mods I've got. if you want a mod list for what I'm playing with, just let me know. I can put it in the description, or I can link to Google Drive. But yeah, when I come to mod list, I want to make slag, sorry, the mineral catalyst. So we're going to come over to the resource refining over here, select crystal catalyst, and says, do I want 2 a second? I don't. I think I want around the order of 16 a second. Ooh. Maybe I want 30 a second. 30 seconds sounds nice. Do I have what it takes, though? I don't know. So we're going to use that recipe. Oh, okay, so it's a 1 to 4. Or rather a 4 to 1. That's fine. That's fine. And then how many liquefiers would I need for that? Let me try that again, actually. $15. Okay. So maybe with the idea of scaling, maybe we half all of this to begin with. Or maybe do, I don't know, so it's 6, isn't it, per one? Go for 18. These seems like nice numbers, I think, to begin with. Yeah. I mean, how much sulfuric acid am I making per second anyway? Am I making 70? No, I'm making half the sulfuric acid I need to support that setup anyway. But we're still going to go for that. Something to aim for. My cat is wanting attention from me again. These have stopped again because of the silicon, which is fine. Switch back to you. And then switch back to regular steel. So I need 3 crystallizers. I need more bricks. Don't have enough bricks. How many liquefiers can I make? How many was that? 9. Nice. Okay, then I need 12 of those. That's everything to make the slag. We also need to make filter frames. I think I might make 200 of these. Say I might, not at all. I'm going to get an assembler to do that while I place things down. Let's put you back in there. Let's put you in there. So we'll need an assembler anyway. So I have to figure out where I want to do this. Now my instinct was to do it up here, but I don't think I am. I'm going to do it over here. So I want the trains to be around here. And I don't want to interfere too much with that. So also means we've got access to coal here as well. Ooh, that's really useful. So we're gonna have them like that, I think. They're just gonna be in a row. Just like that. Now, because we're just going to do that, we need them to take in the coal filter frames and export the empty frames. So that's exactly what we will do. I'm going to place some more of these. Get rid of the trees. That's everything we need. I'm going to place these down. I think that's enough space. I'm going to ghost it though. So I'm going to do that, I think. Now, I'm also going to place the inserters here as well. So it's going to take the insert, it's going to take the filter frame from here and drop it in there. And it's going to do exactly the same thing over here. So pick up from there. And I'm going to drop it in the middle. Yep, so I'm going to just copy that. Oops. Yep. I'm going to do that. However, we're going to have something like this. So this is going to filter the filter frames out like that. I'm going to just place this here. This is just going to make the filter frames to begin with. I'm just going to leave it like that. Just connect it to any old power supply for now. Just because they take a little while to craft, and I can't be asked. That's 200 seconds worth, and I've got stuff to do. Now, while I'm just building this, I'm just going to go through my musings, what I'm thinking about. So one of the things I am concerned about is power. I feel this is going to be a bit of a hog. So I've got two options really. I can research the next power tier and essentially just upgrade what I've got. And that way I don't have to use loads of iron. However, it does mean I use lots of steel. And I don't think I can afford the steel right now. So do I just build a second line of it? That's my query. That's what I'm thinking about right now. It's not like Satisfactory where you get that dreaded noise. But I feel like it is coming. And I feel like it's coming soon. Okay. I could potentially power this with just these wooden poles. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So it's nice and cheap. Alright. Now these are powered. Almost. I'm gonna say because I don't want anything to be trapped on that side. I might make more of these. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have coal coming from this side and then the filter frames that side, I think. And then the assemblers are just going to be like that, where they go in that way. That's what I'm thinking. Could potentially connect the coal now. What is this coal line doing, I wonder? So it comes from here, goes around here, does that, round up, then up that way. Quite a lot, isn't it? So these are going to be the full filter frames. So going to go over here to... Where is that? Refining? There we go. To make them there. Going to take those out. And we're going to do that. And just do that. And we just have a belt of them going round. Yeah, you can see why I was like, I'm not handcrafting these. So all of these, I've got some now, which is nice. And this is the reason that I wanted these to be placed on the inside. Alright, leave those to craft for a little bit. Now, let's go back to the planner. It was these 9 here. So, what I could do is do something like that. And then I can have these 9 do something like this, maybe? Where we take sulfuric acid down below. I mean, obviously we're going to take slag in this way. It's going to have to be fast. Now, we'll copy this. That's 8. Then we can just remove that one. And things are a lot more stable. I'm wondering, do I do city blocks? I think not. I find them so dull, you know? I think it's impressive that people use them so well. But I think for me, I'm just not very good at them, you know? So I'm going to have these come this way. Just like that. one of those. Because we are going to use these quite quickly. Alright, now we can place these in like that. And then what we can do as well is then connect these two up. So let's remove this. Place you down. And then run out regular inserters. Okay. And then with the rest of these, can make those. When the filter frames are never used, we'll always get them back. It isn't like a 90% chance or anything, a bit like with the saw blades up here. Yeah, just is what it is, isn't it? Now, I'm going to bring the acid down here now. Then once I brought the acid down, I can bring the purified water down. Yep, it's not too long, which is nice. So yeah, it's now processing the slag. And now we've got slag slurry in here. I can bring the purified water down, but I think what I want to do first is I want some kind of reservoir for the mineral slush. I need more steel for this though. It's going down quickly enough, isn't it? Okay. How is steel doing? Oh, we're not doing too bad. Almost 1,000. Was iron doing? Nice. I just needed to leave it alone for a bit, didn't I? That's what it was. So, yeah. I think I want 2 of these. So I'm going to go through mineral sludge quite a lot. Now, I'm going to just disconnect this side, I think, and that side, because I don't need either of those sides, or this one. But what we are going to do is do that. So we've got 50k storage. Now, I think what I'll do first... I'm going to wait for all of this to pass first, I think. Ooh. Maybe not all of it to pass. No, it doesn't matter. I don't need that. That's fine. Do that. Okay. And anyway, we'll do that. It's okay. Drop you guys back down. And we're going to just do this. Okay. I love symmetry like this. He says as I do it wrong. Oh, ran out. If only there was a place I could get some more undergrounds. Oh wait, again. Now the question is, which one's which? I'm pretty sure the middle one's purified water, right? Yeah. So, this one goes like this. Yeah, again, not complaining, that's too far, which is amazing. Then we can do that for purified water. Now we should be making mineral sludge now. I mean, that's going up quite quickly now. It's going to be more than than what this can handle. But yeah, we can see it's processing here. Let's look at the power draw. It's okay. It's just all getting processed. Mineral sludge. Now, what did we say we were going to do with all this mineral sludge? I'm going to turn it into this mineral catalyst. So I'm just going to do that. Just going to do that. I'm just going to put it into something like this. So I have no other use for it right this second. Yeah, how about we offset it? We offset you. There we go. Something useful. And that's going to provide us lots and lots of iron ore later on. So, we have now done slag processing. Let's do more of this railway stuff. Now, I need more stone, so I'm going to grab some from up here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have the rail come in this way and do that. That way I'm not really impacting anything else. I was hoping to have something like that. Yeah, that's exactly the length I want. I always do 1x4 trains. In this run through, it's not going to be all 1x4. I'm just going to do that. So we are going to have multiple ones of these. To begin with, we are not going to do that. We're going to do this for Jubilite. It's just going to be 1x2. We should have the engines now, actually. Is that all you need for this? Yeah. Let's head back further down. I think I'm going to reconnect this actually. Got enough resources on me right now. Yeah. There we go. One locomotive. 7 hours in. How long have I been playing through this? This episode now. I don't mind. I'm enjoying myself. I think it's been nearly 3 hours, isn't it? No, not quite. Almost 2. It's been a lot of times where I've been like, but what am I going to do? I'm confused. So we are then going to have coal come in this way as well. So we're going to have some kind of split like that. We'll do that. Cool. And we'll use these. And now we can actually power this up. I'm going to use some of these grenades again, just to do a bit more gardening. Of course, what I want to do is take this and do that. That's going to be... The first one obviously is Jubilite, that's the thing we want. But this is going to be Cretinium. And I'm going to do that copy function again. And then that's going to be coal. Because that's not going to last forever. We also might need another couple for the other ones as well. So what I might do... Ooh, let's get rid of that. Don't need you. Is just do that. So we now have 5 there. And that's 5. Now we have 7. So that's the 6 ores and coal. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to leave most of this as ghost. But for this bit here, I'm not. And for other bits here, I know which bits I want to garden away. Yep. I'm sure it'll be fine, the gas wells being that close. Okay. So it's going to come in this way. But first I want to go over here. So I want to get some wood. So that's the thing I need to make some more railway right now. So I don't have enough. So let's just grab some of these. Empty. Cool. Just probably going to do 100 for now. I think that should be enough. So what I'm going to do is going to come slightly up here. Can I put a... Please stay there. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. I want to create a ghost that I can see. So I'm going to put it right there. So effectively what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the rail come this way. Then I want it to go down here. So I'm going to make it do that for now. You know what I could potentially make it do is going a roundabout. Now most of these aren't going to work, but I should have my roundabout one. Oh. Fit in the rail one. Rail circle. Rail roundabout. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not going to build this just yet. It's something to have for later. You know what? I might build it now, actually. So it will need to come up this way as well, won't it? Just doesn't need to go in the other directions yet. Okay. Is this constructed? Can't tell here. Yeah, it is. Let me just do that. Yeah, less confusing now, isn't it? Cool. How many signals do I need? 12. Okay. Doesn't really matter too much for signals right now. It's just helpful to have them. Some of them are going to be confused because they're not actually connected to anything, and that is okay. I think that's all of them, isn't it? No, I'm missing one somewhere. There we go. Then we can do that one. And then we'll be doing that one. Let's bring this down. Let's get this one first. I'm just going to harvest that. And then I'm going to garden this away. It might get to the point where I want some kind of garage. I don't think so, because I'm planning on using interrupts. Yep. Nope. I knew I was going to do one too many. Okay. Get rid of the trees. I don't want to damage the railway. Okay. And then... yeah. And then we can have it follow electricity lines. Some more gardening, maybe? I knew I was being ambitious. Do I have any repair packs? No. I must do. Where are they? There we are. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more railway, aren't I? Yeah, that's okay, isn't it? Let's do another 100. these. I thought that was going to be in the way, you know. And what's useful about this particular railway here is because the Steratite is quite close by. If I need to, I can mine that too. It should be fine for now. So we're going to do that. So this is going to go... No. That's not the way it goes. Why's it going that way? Is there a brick? Even if there is a brick, it shouldn't affect anything. Just let me produce one of these. It's not coming this way. No. Huh? Am I losing the plot? Right, I'm just going to disconnect this for now. It's the wrong orientation. It needs to be that way. And then do that. We'll give it quite a large gap. And then down like that. Almost. So, if I select you, can you go to that station? No. Can you go this way? Ah. It's confused by that. It's okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. Let me guess. I don't have enough. Oh, I do. Nice. I'm going to have enough of this though, am I? Nope. That's fine. Let's put you here. I'm going to throw you up to the point to get one. You're going to do that. And then you're going to do that. I shall come back this way with more of these. There we go, it's all powered up. Annoyingly, I was hoping to ride the train back. So, let's come back over to here. Let me make, no. Yeah, just 5 of each. Should be able to fix the signaling issues. And then make a few more of these, just in case it's confused by the rail. Okay. So it knows it can go that way, but it doesn't think it can go this way. Well, it can't. It's not meant to. It's meant to check if it can go that way first, and it'll check if it can come down this way. I've built this in the wrong orientation, haven't I? This is going to annoy. I'm usually really precious about this. Thought I did it the right way. Okay. So apparently, we're going to check this, 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 this. Ugh, don't like it. Don't like it. Is it less faff to move the stations around? I don't know. I think it is. Let me go back to my blueprints. No, I didn't want to save it. I wanted to use it. Let me just destroy the ones that I've already placed down. It won't let you place them both. The reason it's that way is for a very specific reason. It means that I can rotate it and all the signals stay in the right place. But no, honestly, I thought that's what we were doing. Is we're keeping to the inside lanes. Apparently not. Let's remove these for now as well. Yep. Yeah. Let's get rid of those. Thank you. So right now, this is not a big deal, is it? We can fix all of this. Might be thinking, why are you destroying all of it? It's because we kind of need to. Just gonna have an issue otherwise. But you know what? This might be helpful. Because this itself could be used as a garage. Or a parking space. So let's focus on, like, what good it's going to bring. Rather than me cocking up again. Okay. There we go. Let's do that. Thank you. Now we can place you back down. Have all the coal you want, please. I will ride you, but I want some more logistic stuff first. This way. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's all I need right now. So we've done the railway. We've done slag processing. The next bit is going to be setting up Jivalite crushing. Which is straightforward, it's just the same as that. No difference at all. So yeah, let's jump back in the train. Now we're going to have the train station. We're going to go there. Let's go there. Why can't we go there? We can go there at least. Anyway, let's come back here. I'm going to rename this. This is going to be Jivalite processing. going to destroy this. And this time we're just going to go up here. It's almost in the right place. Not quite anymore. It's only off by 1. So I can do that. This can be the Jubilite mine. And we get rid of you and add Jubilite mine. Full cargo, please. Then Jubilite processing, empty cargo. Nice and easy. Let's fix the placement of these. Wonderful. I grab a load of this anyway. Place it here. Help it along. So I can jump in the train and get back to the station. So we're almost full. How fast does this make? 200%. It's not too bad. What I might do as well while I'm just here is place a radar. Obviously we've got more pollution up here. I don't know where the biters are. Choo-choo! Round the roundabout. And down here. Lovely. Alright. I think this is a great place to stop and end the episode. Sorry for it being so confused. Like, I haven't been entirely sure what I wanted to do today. I'm going to blame that on work for confusing me earlier. Yeah, we've completed quite a bit of what we wanted to do and more. Especially the slag processing. I'm very happy we've got that done sooner rather than later. So in the next episode we need to do Jubilite crushing and iron ore refinement. We might even add in ferrous processing. And this is where what we do is we're going to mix 3 different ores together instead. So it's going to be mushing the crushed sapphirite, Jubilite and rubite together to make the crushed ferrous mixture. And then we get iron ore and magnesium ore. And then we can process the iron and the magnesium together to use their recipes, because we can use iron and magnesium together for the 240 iron instead of the iron and the silicon, which we keep running out of. And we can also use it for the molten steel as well. So yeah, that might be an idea. We'll probably have too much magnesium at the end of it, but it's an option at least. Something to think about. I will think about that. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, why not come across to the next one? You take care.